नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपकारहितप्रज्ञानगणप्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ॐ नारायण। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय। मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय। मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय। नचिकेतसे च। नचिकेतसे च। अन्यश्रेयो अन्यद्दैव प्रेयः। अन्यश्रेयो अन्यद्दैव प्रेयः। ते उभे नानार्थे पुरुषगुंसिनीतः। ते उभे नानार्थे पुरुषगुंसिनीतः। तयोः श्रेय आददानस्य साधुर्भवति। तयोः श्रेय आददानस्य साधुर्भवति। हीयते अर्थाद्यौ प्रेयो वृणीते। हीयते अर्थाद्यौ प्रेयो वृणीते। श्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च मनुष्यमेकः। श्रेयश्च प्रेयश्च मनुष्यमेकः। तौ सम्परीत्य विविनक्ति धीरः। तौ सम्परीत्य विविनक्ति धीरः। श्रेयो हि धीरोऽभिप्रेयसो वृणीते। श्रेयो हि धीरोऽभिप्रेयसो वृणीते। प्रेयो मन्दो योगक्षेमाद् वृणीते। प्रेयो मन्दो योगक्षेमाद् वृणीते। सत्त्वं प्रियान् प्रियरूपांश्च कामान्। सत्त्वं प्रियान् प्रियरूपांश्च कामान्। अविद्यायन्नचिकेतोऽत्यस्राक्षी। नैतां शृङ्कां वित्तमयीम् अवाप्तः। यस्यां मज्जन्ति बहवो मनुष्याः। दूरमेते विपरीते विशूची। अविद्याया च विद्येति ज्ञाता। विद्याभीप्सिनं नचिकेतसं मन्ये। नत्वा कामा बहवो लोलुपन्त। As we saw, Nachiketa Priyan Priya Rupan Kaman. Sarupatah Priyan, one who are pleasant and who can give you pleasance. Both types of bhogas you give up. See, why you gave up? Abhidyayan Nachiketotyar Sakshi. The giving up was not impulsive. Giving up was not born out of some emotional bout. It was well considered, well thought over giving up. You gave up why? Because you know, I want permanency and they cannot give me. Nothing can give me fullness. Nothing can give me contentment forever. And that is why you give up. It is not simply by condemning that they are bad, they are useless. I mean, in other words, out of dvesha. Often people consider dispassion as dvesha, dislike, hatred. When you say vairagya, vairagya means absence of raga as well as dvesha. Very balanced mind, very matured mind. Not that I don't like, therefore you give up, and not that I like, therefore I hold on, nothing. I know they are not useful for what I want. Puja Swamiji used to define very beautifully the definition of Vairagya. He used to say, what is Vairagya? To see through and through that there is no connection between what I want and what I am doing. What I want is moksha. I want fullness, I want completeness, I want total satisfaction, and I see there is no connection. In other words, I want joy, happiness. This cannot give me happiness, full stop. They are useful for survival, useful for day-to-day transaction, useful in this world in some way, for work or whatever. But they are no way useful for the self, the demanding self, discontent self, dissatisfied self, unhappy self. They cannot be useful. What I am doing or what I am having has no connection to what I really want. One can see this connection, then Vairagya is natural. But one cannot see the connection. You know why? Because they don't know what they want. People are not clear. The problem is not of haves and have-nots. Problem is of basically self-identity. I take myself to be dukhi. That is a problem. Not understanding. And therefore they go for it. And very beautiful word he says, Naitam Srukam Vittamayim Avakta. You know? This Vittamayim Srukam. You did not choose this. Vittamayim means full of wealth. Srukam has two meanings. Gati. Srukam means birth. From new birth. I offered you some different lokas. Brother, when Nachiketa repeated that Nachiketo, that fire of going to heaven which he had asked for, Yamaraja was so happy, he gave 2 extra boons. That this fire for going to heaven will be named after you, known after you, Nachiketa. And he said, have this Srunka. We saw the Srunka has 2 meanings. Srunka means a necklace full of diamonds and rubies and jewels and etc. A very costly necklace. And Srunka has another meaning is some gati, some going. Means I can take you to different places, lokas. I can bless you with certain pleasures, divine pleasures you can have. Srunka means divine pleasures hereafter, to be gained hereafter. Both of them you rejected. Both of them you did not choose. See, there is when you say Srunka means going, human life, all of us are travelers in a way. Permanent travelers. Every jiva is a permanent traveler. From one birth to another. The birth is caused, and we'll see in this Kathopanishad, because of your karmas, your deeds. Birth is caused because of your desires. Both club together. What you have been asking for and what you have. Accordingly you have. Yatha karma, yatha shrutam. That means, how do we live? Who are we? We are always becoming. Travelers, not in terms of space, generally you don't travel. Not in terms of time, but in terms of becoming. Each one is a traveler, in terms of becoming. In this life also, we travel 30 years, whatever is age, 50 years, 20 years, 60 years. Always there was becoming. Standard becoming is what? Every baby, small 5 years, 7 years child wants to become what? Grown-up person. That's the desire. What do you want to be? I want to become grown-up person. And till youngsters they ask me, they all ask, when you are in high school, they ask, what are your plans? What do you want to become? Child says, every child will be, I don't know. And when they grow young and get married, then they realize, I shouldn't become anything, should have become child again. And teenager wants to become somebody. Young man or woman wants to become somebody. There is always becoming. Becoming in terms of position. I am just a manager, I want to become consultant, I want to become advisor, I want to become executive director, ordinary director, executive director, managing director, CEO, blah, 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 blah. Position. Becoming in terms of possession also. I have only this much money, I should have more money. The fact that person wants to marry is also becoming. I want the status of a spouse, status of parenthood, status of some different status in different meanings, status in a society, all the life. Person tries to become somebody. Why? There is a feeling I am nobody. This is like the sentence. Everybody has a feeling that I am nobody, therefore everybody wants to become somebody. Always becoming. So Yamraja offers him some loka, that means he refused to become. Becoming is not going to solve the problem. In other words, there is a conclusion that we'll be happy in future. We'll be happier in change. We'll be satisfied in that another situation. That's a travel. See, samsari is the one who is a constant traveler in terms of becoming. What is marriage? That's through our Shastra, and he also used to say, marriage is what? Two passengers, two travelers decide to travel together. Okay? That's it. And when you travel together, make the journey light and be happy. If you travel with lots of luggage, you are put to inconvenience, especially in Indian Railway. You are put to inconvenience. In those days, I remember, we used to carry the hold on also to sleep and everything, and people used to have stove also. They will cook and stop at railway station and cook the thing and then get in the train, chai, etc. So, travel life. What is the weight? Married life. Weight of unpleasant memories. Between them. That is heavily weighed. Good memories are not there. All the good moments are not at all there in the store. There is a question of weight. Bad memories weight. The so-called bad memories are there because of what? Likes and dislikes. Heavy. Travel light is travel in terms of likes and dislikes. Then the journey is happy. In other words, in the modern jargon, if I say, give some space. Not total space, like American, get lost. Swamiji would say, I love you, then I allow you. Please get lost. I give you space because I want space. Not that way. So Nachiketa, you understand, becoming is not going to give you permanent self-satisfaction. No change can give me total happiness. So you did not go for it. I offered. This is all becoming. I want to be serious at that, and I want to go there, and I want to live there. Looking for satisfaction somewhere other than where I am. Look at this. People living at place P1 go to place P2. And P2 come to place. Everybody is traveling so that you can be happy. You can be relaxed. All becoming process. No. Self is Purnaha. You need not become anything. So-called becoming is only value addition, which cannot improve the value, that kind of value addition, because self is Purna. Infinity you cannot improve upon. So I say you refused. Yes, I appreciate that. And when you say Srunkam means necklace, means wealth. Both ways. Wealth is Kutsitam. It is something to be censured. Because too much of wealth can cause, not necessarily, tendency to transgress the limits of dharma, limits of righteousness. Society has respect or a value for wealth. A wealthy person automatically gets respect. Just because he or she has a wealth. Gets recognized, he is a rich man, somebody. Then the respect given is so much that he thinks I can get away by doing improper things. And people don't object to such things. As they say Gujarati, aankh khada kaan kare. Because the rich man has done it. So there are all chances. Therefore there is a very good sentence in Christianity. A camel can pass through the head of a needle, but not a rich man to heaven. The gate of something is there. Artham anartham bhavaya. You should accept, that being is. Therefore, yasyam majjanti bhavo manushya, in which many perish. Many perish means many go for it. If you just look at the word from generations or many generations, people have acquired so much of wealth. As they say, Kula ikote Gujarati, ikote, so 71 generations can eat so much of wealth. It doesn't last more than 3-4 generations. Why? They lose the wealth not because of bad business deal. They lose the wealth because they cross the dharma. Most of them. Wealth was there, but they lost it. And once upon a time, the so much richest persons of the world, 3rd or 4th generation are pauper on the road because of their own deeds. Wealth creates that abhiman, that ego, and thereby they keep on spending. On the improper way, therefore they lose it. That most of them do that, and you didn't get it. Look at this. Guru, none other than Yavaraja, he is praising the disciple. Teacher, Guru means teacher, is praising the disciple. It is very rare. And not in one verse, all the time keep praising. So he must have been so happy with him. It is nothing else. Finding this fellow as a fit student. Later on he says, may I have students like you. He goes to the extent of saying. So the clarity of Nachiketas, so much. Next one also we saw, comparison of Shreyas and Preyas. Even in comparing Shreyas and Preyas, again there is a praise of Nachiketa. He appreciates Nachiketa in the last mantra we saw, in the morning class. He says, Duramete, Viparite, Vishuchi. They are wide apart, but they are close. 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 They are c and Vishuchi, they are Bhinna Phala. They reach to different goals. So, one keeps you in ignorance. Any amount of achievement or any amount of knowledge of the world doesn't make you wise with reference to self-knowledge. Ignorance remains. Whereas this particular pursuit is a pursuit of knowledge, and one day you gain the self-knowledge. That's it. This is the pursuit of ignorance, this is the pursuit of knowledge. This pursuit, the prayas, coming back to Shreya prayer, is a pursuit of bondage. Fellow does karma, achieves something, but in the process gives rise to new set of karma phalas, and therefore that becoming continues. This, whereas the pursuit of Shreyas leads to non-becoming. Ultimately you discover that I did not become. Pursuit of prayers makes the person more and more dependent, whereas the pursuit of Shreyas is towards independence. I really love this and often quote. Other day somebody asked me, Swami, Swamiji, what do you think about modern technology? Very apt reply. We can see that because we have had without technology and now we are with the technology. It is simple. Convert every necessity into luxury. Convert every luxury into necessity. Cycling was a luxury. Two-wheeler, moped or scooter was a luxury. Car was a luxury. All these have become necessary. Extra pair of clothes was a luxury. I see these children, 3 or 4-year toddlers, have 50 pairs, 60 pairs. And on the birthday they get 10, 12 extra. Their mother doesn't know what to do with the clothes. And then they come to us and give. Swamiji, give to somebody. This is grown. And Mera Bharat Mahan, India great, only one child. So we are not going to need it. Everything, look at this. Electricity was luxury. I need not say necessity, all of you experience today. So what does it mean? This is the next step, try to see that. Necessity means dependence. You are partantra. Dependency, more the dependency, more you are prone to be unhappy. More the dependency, more you are helpless. Exactly like a political leader. Suppose he has a coalition government of 5 or 6 parties. So he has to depend upon those parties. He will be helpless. He cannot be happy because more dependence. So more the necessities, more dependence. Dependency in Sanskrit is called paratantrata. Independence is swatantrata. And sarvam paravasham dukkham. Any amount of dependency ultimately leads to dukkha. The modern life is more dukkha because it adds to your kitty of necessities. And therefore a small change here and there. We used to live without power for 2 days and 3 days. But in 1 hour it is not. Why power? We lived without telephone. In India, of course, we were very fortunate to have landline since maybe 68 or something. And before that also our neighbor had it and very friendly we used to go and call. But then it was a luxury, big luxury to have phone call. It was so rare commodity. I remember when we wanted a second phone, we had to get in a special quota of Member of Parliament. Member of Parliament had to give his his name, I come here and I need a phone here. Even a gas, when I came here, yes, I didn't have ration card. So I had to call this Kathiria, our minister, he was central minister. I said, give me one. So from his quota he got me 2 cylinders. We lived without telephone. Now think of life without mobile. Just can't. Even they lose the charge, they lose their charge. Oh boy, I lost the power and I'm in a flight. Dependency means restlessness. People have, the worst thing to happen after the mobile is, people have forgotten to sit with themselves. They cannot enjoy their own company. Company with the self, coffee with Karan. Company with the self. Learn to be everywhere escaping. So in the flight also you have music available like that. It goes on, Google game goes on, this game goes on. This is modern technology. And I tell you, this, it was very aptly depicted by Lakshmana, R.K. Lakshmana, there was a good cartoonist. There are 2 phones, there's our mainline original, that black one India has with a cable. And in between, non-smartphone, we have to press, to type, and small one, Nokia and all that. And the last one was iPhone 5 or 4 or something. So this fellow talks to that mobile Nokia about this landline phone. This says, Father, Dad, yes, honey, our forefathers had tail also. After a couple of generations, they will not recognize that can be phone like this. And it was such a great phone, first, before you go to anywhere to pick up the phone, they used to ask, is it working? It is like Indian Railways. They ask on inquiry, 7 वाग्या वाली गाड़ी कितना आ गया उसमें? Typical. When will the train to be arriving at 7 will come? 7 o'clock train will arrive at 7, but that's how they ask, it is late. So also they always used to ask, is it working? And the owner used to feel proud, yes, it has been working. Last month it worked for 15 days. Any digging here and there, they will break the line. It was not overhead Wi-Fi, they dig the road and breaks it. Anyway, so dependence. Priya Marga leads to you be more dependent. Whereas Shreya is freedom. One is bondage, another is freedom. And one makes you more and more extrovert, other one makes it more and more introvert. And I say, independency, or one makes you more and more dependent. This study itself, some of you might have recognized. Forget about total freedom, moksha. More you study, more you become free. Both ways. Free in terms of possessions, you can live without so many things, which formerly you couldn't. And little you are also free in terms of relationship. Let them say, I don't get hurt. This is, I call it, studying Vedanta is a process of heart enlargement. You can absorb the shocks, you can take the people as they are, you can take the situation as they are and be free. Not too much affected all the time. Therefore, Vishuchi, they are opposite ends. Vidya and Vidyetignata. look at this. And again Nachiketa, Yamaraja certifies. Vidya Bhipsinam Nachiketa Sambandhe. Abhipsa means desire. O Nachiketa, I consider you to be fit or I consider to be desirous for Diksha. Vidya means Shreyas. Vidya means moksha. In other words, in a Shastric jargon, I consider you to be Jignasu. Okay? And that means that inquiry that you made unto me, the question that you made to me, it is not just casual or out of simple curiosity. It is the thing that you want. Okay? You are very sincere. Nothing could deviate you, nothing could make you leave the pursuit that you had asked for. You really meant it, what you asked for. Often people have question and they ask. The typical this place, every time they will send somebody and Swami has come. I said, in the beginning I was a little unaware of the thinking. So I said, okay, so I'll come down and give time. And I end up wasting my time. They had nothing to ask. And they themselves tell me. I said, why had you, without my asking, I was passing by, I thought, let me go. Yes, the Swami is a McDonald. By the way, let's have a cup of coffee. You are here and I took it. I have heard this quite a few times. In flight also. In bus also, when I used to shuttle between Rajkot and Ahmedabad, and Swamiji had this Ilusburg, I was asked to take care of this Vitatman, like a billiards ball, dum, dum, dum. I take care of Ahmedabad, he goes there, Swamiji used to come back here. Almost I did shuttle for 9-10 years. Then you get into bus and there is a co-passenger. They will ask you a question. And you take them on a face value. But in 3-4 hours you talk. Those, somehow my prarabdha is like that. I have to be busy all the time. Work. Then also I did the holidays. Think of 25 years ago. No weekend, nothing. You finish here and then go straight. Evening you start. And in between, for the last few years, I had to come on weekends also. Some function here, some talk, I go and this and that. So evening satsang there I used to miss. And here have some function. So you are a little tired, then go for Bhiksha, and another talk. It's very demanding. I could do it because I was young. I remember I used to get tired. I used to sleep in bus with this noise, Indian ST bus. Imagine how tired must have been. So they meet and then ask a question. And you think, Jagat ko badal dao, I want to change and help people. You keep answering their question, and when it comes after 3.5 hours, the noise you have shouted, thank you very much, Swamiji. My time passed. It was a great opportunity to pass the time. I am a time pass. In Bombay, that peanuts you open and eat, they sell on the beach. They don't say mungfali, they don't say peanuts. Time pass. Yes. So I am that. Even in flights I have met. I learned, I became wiser. I don't reply. I just shortly reply. And pose myself in the flight as I am ignorant fellow. It's very Then that strategy also did not work. Seeing me ignorant, they became wise and gave lecture. You made it people going to some group, Sanjay or Swaminarayan or Sai Baba. He will lecture me about Sai Baba. He will lecture me about Parmatmananda. I have to talk. Anyway, coming coming back to this, the thing could shake you from the... So that means inquiry is not casual, just a time pass.
Right.
You went. I consider you as a sincere seeker, meaning they were worthy to be taught. I will teach you. You deserve to be taught, you know. Even, and you are so good and so clear. Natva kamaha bahavaha lolupanta. None of these pleasures could shake you. It could create very beautiful Sanskrit words. Shankaracharya writes, na lolupanta. Atma upabhoga vancha sampadanena shreyo margat na vicheda kurvanta. Meaning that vicheda means you deviate, you change, you leave. When you leave this, when can one leave a pursuit of this moksha? When he or she wants some pleasure. None of the objects created a sense that I should enjoy these, I should have these. That desire never came to you. Since it never came, you remain committed to moksha. All these TV advertisements do only one thing. They create a sense, I must have these. Atma upabhoga vancha. That I should enjoy this, that kind of desire. Atma upabhoga vancha means a desire, strong desire that I should enjoy. That will deviate the person from the pursuit of moksha. On highways also you see big board. And those advertisements takes you to some restaurant. You don't need it. And 2-3 times more, I want it. That it doesn't pay. Exactly like I remember in Pennsylvania, near Pennsylvania State, there is this Hershey's factory on the somewhere, I don't know which one. Hershey's. Chocolates. They have made something that on the highway you get the smell. They make sure that you get such a beautiful fragrance. And twice I traveled, the children were with me. Daddy! That is, you are deviated from the path. Okay. And then Daddy tells me, Swamiji, of late I have also been liking it. Because I went to people give such a hot chocolate and so fresh and things like that. All that. So it's quite often when I'm alone, I often travel on this road, then I also stop. He tells me, this kind of Yamaraja offered these heavenly bhogas. No way. I don't want it now, this only. No. That is called Natva Kama Bhavo Lolupantaha. Shreyo Margat Navichhinnavantaha. You are not doing, actually translation is, you were not sort of deprived of this pursuit, you are not refrained from this pursuit, to continue this pursuit. Nobody stops you from that except your own desires, except your own wants, except your own insufficiencies. Nothing happened. He knew that heaven is not moksha. No, I will not wait for, they say, we will see little later. Let us have this for the time being. No way. Nothing later, right now, here and now. And that means you are very clear in your analysis of what I want, what you as a person you want, and what these things can offer. They can offer you some happiness, but you know it cannot be permanent. The sense of self-satisfaction, they will not deliver for good. You know, only knowledge will give. That means you are clear about any kind of karma phala. People want some karma phala. Those even though who believe, you know, this is little dullness of the intellect. Even those who believe Parlokagami Atma goes to some other lokas. And I don't want to go to heaven, but they really want to go to Bhagavan and be there, some Vaikuntha Loka, some Saket Loka, and be in the presence of Bhagavan and enjoy Bhagavan, things like that. Nothing doing. See the next one. Whereas Nachiketa, Yamaraja, now in a couple of verses, describes other people, thereby praising Nachiketa. Yes. You know, they are like that. It is not description, it is almost sensual. The values people have, thinking they have, and thereby praises Nachiketa. See the word number 5. Avidyayam antare vartamana
Avidyayam antare vartamana
Swayam dhira panditam manyamana
Swayam dhira panditam manyamana
Dandramyamana pariyanti mudha
Dandramyamana pariyanti mudha
Andhe naiva niyamana yathanda
Ande naiva niyamana yathanda
Avidyayam antare vartamana
Avidyayam antare vartamana
Swayam dhira panditam manyamana
Swayam dhira panditam manyamana
Dandramyamana pariyanti mudha
Dandramyamana pariyanti mudha
Andhe naiva niyamana yathanda
Ande naiva niyamana yathanda
Nachiketa, these are the type of people I come across. And you are not that. And Yamaraja is censuring them. Who are they? 3-4 adjectives he gives. Avidyayam antare vartamana. Antare in the midst of. Avidya means ignorance, means darkness. Vartamana. They are there in the midst of ignorance. They live in the midst of ignorance. Or they survive in the midst of ignorance. They are ignorant. Consolidated ignorance. They are there. What it is, and in spite of being ignorant, in spite of living in the midst of ignorance, they think Swayam dhiraha. Dhiraha means wise. Swayam panditaha, learned. They think themselves to be most wise and the most learned persons. Others don't think that, but they think. Swayam, they give certificate to themselves, you know. Swayam dhiraha, Swayam panditaha. In spite of being ignorant, they think so. Third. And andramyamana pariyanti mudaha. What happens to those fellows? They go round and round and round. Means they are in a crazy ride. Like, you know, the flesh children. Means what? Yamaraja saying crazy ride means what? From one place, one type of body to another type of body, one experience to another, they go cyclically, one or other. There is no system, zigzag. Therefore I said crazy way. And he says, go round and round, pariyanti mudaha. And this round is in a crooked ways, not pleasant. Some of the crazy rides, they call it a joy ride. But there is no joy, there is a pain and agony and fear. Therefore, you should know one thing, you know why these youngsters or crazy right fellows, When the tiger it goes like this, and comes and they always make noise. I have not done, okay, but I know how it works. Go in once and keep doing, you will not be frightened. Therefore they make noise. So stomach remains okay. They all, if it is painful, look at this mudatvam, delusion. People pay money to be frightened. Why do you pay money? And at the end of it, wow, it was such a joy. What kind of joy? They pay money and they are so afraid in the night. So afraid. And they don't keep quiet and you should have said, wow, it's so nice, it goes down. No. See, when we were children, we had this, what do you call it? Lapasani. No, lapasani. Slides. We used to slide. But we used to enjoy the slide. But nobody enjoys crazy ride. While sliding down, you looked around and smiled. Have you ever seen a crazy rider fellow smiling? To pay for being a these are the deluded guys. So in life they pay in terms of not money only, pay in terms of their efforts, pay in terms of their time, pay in terms of the relationship. All they pay to what? To become unhappy and thereby happy. This is called a Dravida pranayama. Dravida pranayama means you don't do pranayama like we hold like this. That is called Pariyanti Mudaha, Nandramyamana. Okay? And how is the society at large? Andhena eva niyamanaha yatha andhaha. Yatha andhaha. Just as the blinds, niyamanaha, are led by andhena eva, by another blind. Blind leading the blind. That's how the side life is. Let us see one by one. What is this? Avidyayam vantare vartamanaha. They are in the midst of ignorance. Midst of ignorance means what? They are endowed with kartrutvam bhoktartvam. Doership and enjoyership. Their whole life is spent in giving satisfaction to the doer or enjoyer. Certain actions give them joy. Therefore I want to do. Certain enjoyment, sensual enjoyment gives them. Therefore I want to do. So avidyayam vartamanaha means midst of ignorance, means the ahankara is never addressed. One meaning. Or what is the other meaning? There is, they never think of moksha. They never think of shreyas. They think doing something and achieving something is the ultimate. They call it in Gujarati, Ahedu Vritti. To take to sannyasa and study shastra is running away. You should not run away from the problem. You are the problem. I am the problem. When if I go there, problem is going to be there. How am I running out? I am the problem and I am the solution. Where is running out? In fact, I am running out for not my problem, for your problem. I was problematic to you and I am going out. Better be happy. But people think, no, this is wrong. Another thing, Vayam Dhira is very important. One Mahatma used to say, every individual thinks, I am the center of the world. I am the wisest. If nobody is available to listen to my wisdom, my children are available. The parents often keep lecturing to children about the philosophy of life and vision of life and what should be done and what should be done. And that fellow is speaking loud, this person is speaking quiet. It's a lot of thinking. Vice versa. This is a teenager problem. Sometimes people have the same problem till they die, but they don't address the child within. Teenager feels, I am the right, I am the wisest. Teenager doesn't want to listen to anybody. We were also like that, don't worry, I'm not telling you. We were also, but learn. We had at least early learning. But this generation, I feel they don't learn at all. I am the wisest. I am the smartest. So I am self-certification. Like Modi has started, our Prime Minister. You can self-certify the true copy. But true copy you may certify, but how can you certify the original? You certify your child, but not yourself. I tell this, see, other day they asked me, what is your mantra to be happy? I said, keep these two things in life. Two things where you can put your head down. What two things? One, two pair of feet and one lamp. A kholo and a be charan, matru mukai, where you can put your feet, head. That must be there in life if you want to be happy.
Wonderful.
What do I mean by lamp? Somewhere you can vent to your emotions. Somewhere you can fall back emotionally. Completely I can fall back. There is nobody. Even the spouse is not available nowadays. We had such a beautiful infrastructure, society. The joint family, 2-3 sisters and 2-3 aunties and 2-3 grannies. Not that grandfather had 2-3 wives, but fathers, uncles and those grandmothers are always there to fall back. As this is what I used to say, when a child comes home, a typical Indian family, child has a 3-4 laps ready to fall back. Grandmother, grandfather, some auntie, hey, throw the bag and how my prince has come and then give a vent to all his emotions. Now there is no lap except TV screen. That's a modern lap. Or there is mobile or iPad lap. So that lap is required throughout the life. I can fall back emotionally. I can just undress emotionally. Somebody who will support me more, or at least not support it, not but validate my emotions. There's nobody to validate the emotions. There's nobody to support me. Even if right, there's still nobody there. And secondly, a fit to fall back. Fit I can put my head. In other words, I draw a boundary to myself. You think I am the wisest, I know what I do. Somewhere I listen, somewhere I obey. A teenager will not listen to me. I am Mr. Very beautiful statement in Sanskrit. I forgot the verse we had learned. In terms of life wisdom, whatever is taught to you at home, family teaches you the wisdom of the living, and teachers and family and culture and all. You just learn 50% from all these teachings. Of the rest 50%, 20% comes as you grow old, age teaches, experience. And the last 20% comes by experience. Unless so many people grow old, but they are not equally wise. Our modern jargon, if I say exposure teaches, more the exposure, more you become wiser. Experience. And of course, experience itself doesn't teach you unless you learn from it. But then when you listen to elders, The 50% is like your credit card, can encash anytime. Not your money, encash. The experience is there, experience born wisdom is available, and the age wisdom, whatever you have, that means always 50% plus. That means you pass out. So, we should have some boundaries to listen to somebody. Should have boundaries to listen and win the trust of a person where I can emotionally fall back. Emotional problems are because of same reason. Nowadays, no, it is mine. This is another thing I don't understand. And these youngsters say, but I just can't understand. How can they say the second half? No, it is my decision. I don't want to go by anybody's decision. But if it is my decision, and if I fail and suffer, I don't mind. What you don't mind? Suffering are going to come, whether it is your decision or other decision. My decision. मैं नक्की करूँ पर तकलीफ पड़े मनवान में somebody has said I have this. I often hear this. I do it myself. And that's what the Western culture is. American vision is to make the child independent. You see I was amused to see from childhood. 3 or 5 years baby here and there. I go, bring the milk. Boom. Give him a glass of milk with some sugar, taste it and go out. See, child has to learn to make decisions. And later on, learning becomes so powerful, decision making, that he doesn't want to listen. That is good. Half the part is good that you teach them to make own decisions. They start saying, honey, will you have milk or not? Or you will have coffee? Milk, mom. Hot or cold? Hot. With sugar or without? Should I add honey in it? Or you want Bonvita? Bonvita. In this glass or in this mug or this mug? You will have it on dining table or here? In the drawing room. You will sit on this sofa or that sofa. So much of analysis I have to do. Every time take your choice, your choice, your choice, your choice. That's good to have one's own likes in this life. But in life, wisdom, everybody is limited, need to learn from others. So everybody answers, my choice, my decision. What is your decision? Sometimes listen to elders. We grew up with the conditioning in every family, I tell you. We had one old man or old woman. When she says, it's final. Whole family will fall in line. That authority, of course, they will make mistake and you will also make mistakes. So it is better let them do the mistake. Because they have some experience and you don't have much. But that is why, Swam Dhira, Panditam, I will not listen to anything. And the poor dad and the mom feels like going to hell. Bhagavan, we shouldn't have children. That's what they think. Not listen. I am never. Swam Dhiraha Panditaha will never ever accept that I made a mistake. And unless you accept, you cannot be corrected. You will not be corrected. Acceptance is not. And non-acceptance gives rise to arrogance. And after marriage, same thing, non-acceptance on both the parts. Dudum, dudum, dudum. So let us have dudum, dudum, dudum in discussion. Yeah, let us go there. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Dachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.